So AI has access to like everybody's bank account?
They see the amount in your bank account, yes.
I can't. Is it constitutional to do that?
I doubt it.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
This is absolutely insane. We're talking about an admission by an IRS agent that they are using AI to not only scan, allegedly, all bank accounts at all times, but later in this interview, he talks about how the government just seized $500 million from accounts, again, at least according to him, without warrants. This is peak insanity. This isn't happening in North Korea. This isn't happening in Russia, although it may be. I guess this particular story I'm talking about is right here in the US of A, freedom country. And, you know, Jon Stewart says this is the price of freedom. Our judicial system completely weaponized against political opponents, as we've seen, not just with Donald Trump, but with anybody who perhaps got a little too rowdy at J6, having their lives ruined, thrown in federal penitentiary. Even people that didn't even enter the building, like Owen Schroyer, served federal prison time for that. Many of you may have noticed the headlines where the IRS hired 87,000 new IRS agents, as well as now wanting you, regular everyday people, to report on any time you get more than $600. The IRS wants that money. They gotta have that money. How are they going to send it to Ukraine? How are they going to send it to? How are they going to fund both sides of the Israel-Palestine conflict if you don't give them your money? You sold your old lawn tractor, you say? Give me your money. Your kid grew up and you sold, got a little too big and you sold his old baby toys or baby clothes. IRS wants that money. Now, it's not enough that you paid tax when you bought it. No. They want to tax you. You sold baby clothes. You're going to prison if you don't give the IRS that money. Oh, you did a little extra work for some friends. You did all the ladies' hair at in a wedding party, and they paid you $601. You better give the government their 30%. How else are they going to send it to fund foreign wars? They want to know about that. And now, according to this new Bombshell video, the IRS is using, allegedly, AI to scan all of your bank accounts at any moment. They know exactly how much money is in every single bank account in the United States, and they are illegally seizing money from people. They also have no problem ruining everyday people's lives, according to this IRS agent. If you are enjoying the coverage, or at least you appreciate the coverage, please do leave a like on this video. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe down below. I do 4 to 5 videos a day. Flashback to the debt deal. This was early to mid last year. Debt deal cuts $21 billion of IRS's $80 billion. 87,000 new IRS agents stay. Because heaven forbid, Jim Bob comes, removes some downed trees from your property for a couple of weeks so he can earn some extra money for beer money, or maybe to take his kid to a football game. The IRS wants to know about that. And if you paid him via Venmo, Venmo is going to report you to the IRS over that. Or PayPal, or any other electronic service. Now you see why they want to get rid of cash. Try getting change post-lockdown. Seriously. Try using cash anywhere since the lockdown. You think that that's a coincidence? Once they remove cash, they have total control. You can see here, just covering the new agents part. Numerous one-liners about the coming army of 87,000 new IRS agents have resurfaced, with many conservative Republicans calling on McCarthy to block their hiring. Well, why does the IRS have so much money? We have to keep giving. Remember now, they just delayed this only a week ago. But they are going to require users of Venmo, PayPal, and other payment apps to report any transactions over $600, which isn't that much these days. It's practically only a tank of gas. That's probably a little bit of hyperbole, but a couple tanks of gas, $600. You go on a road trip, you're spending $600 on gasoline. You got to pay back your buddy for that? IRS wants to know about it. It's insane. I mean, every penny these people want so they can send it to foreign wars, to foreign countries. Israel needs my money more than I do. Ukraine needs my money more than I do. Palestine needs my money more than I do. I don't want to give it to them. Tough. The U.S. government's going to steal it from you and give it to them anyway. All of these people are traitors, in my opinion. Now, in this new video by James O'Keefe, breaking news, IRS official Alex Mina, who works in criminal investigation, says that the IRS, quote, has no problem going after the small people, putting people in prison and destroying their lives. Mina doubts the constitutionality of his employer, the IRS, using AI to access everybody's bank accounts nationwide, something he said they do. Mina recalls IRS agents stating, the first person you shoot, you're going to remember, but after that, you're going to get like 100 of them and you're not going to remember any of them. Meaning you're going to ruin one person's life and you're going to feel bad about it, but don't worry about it. Once you ruin hundreds of people's lives, you won't even think about it. I remember I accidentally forgot to report I won some money on a slot machine at a casino one night, like on New Year's. So it was like a full year later when I had to do year and a half later when I did my taxes, and I forgot all about it. IRS didn't forget about it because I failed to remember a couple $1,000s that I won, even though that doesn't count for the money you put in all night long, right? It cost me nearly $50,000. Erased everything I won. I had to sell all of my collectibles. I had to take out short-term loans to pay back the IRS because I just forgot about it. I'm not some evil, hand-wringing corporation. That's what they do. That's what they care about. Mina doubts the constitutionality of his employer, the IRS, using AI to access everybody's bank accounts nationwide. We talked about that. The IRS, he says IRS agents are a-holes. Their definition of a-holes. Well, no kidding. This video was obtained by O'Keefe Media citizen journalist who is part of our American Swiper program. I'm just going to show a little bit of this because it's so infuriating. It's difficult to show the whole thing. And I want to make sure that James gets the credit.
So AI has access to like everybody's bank account?
They see the amount in your bank account, yes.
I can't. Is it constitutional to do that?
I doubt it.
So the IRS agent confirms that the IRS uses AI and has full access to all of your bank account information. Well, if that were true, us reporting on it, reporting on our tiny transactions is just a foregone conclusion. They're literally just waiting for you to make a mistake so they can throw you in prison.
They are assholes.
Well, yeah, it sounds
They are
like.
by definition, but assholes. All of them. They have no problem like going after the small people, putting people in prison, like destroying people's life. They have no problem doing that. They said that we were all nice when we started. Now look at us. They are like robots right now. All of them.
They have no problem going after the small people, just putting them in prison, destroying their lives. I mean, I guess I'm not shocked.
I can't wait to give this news to all of my friends.
Yeah, please don't tell them my name.
Do you think that you would like have to have like a lease, right?
No.
No evidence required, according to Alex Mina, employee for the IRS. The IRS can audit like whoever they want. I'm going to mute this here because there's music and I don't want to get claimed. And they have the... That's actually a bit invasive.
It's pretty basic, right?
Yeah. Like in 6 months.
6 months, the IRS were able to capture $500 million
To go in
without warrants.
to find that $500 million?
Like, no.
You said
They said the IRS doesn't control the
Department of Justice.
So the IRS themselves don't control the AI that scans your bank accounts. The Department of Justice and the Inspector General do. I'm sure they don't share data. I'm sure they don't share that.
Went into the army.
When I went to the criminal investigation unit, the guy telling me like, well, the first person you shoot, you're gonna remember. But after that, you're gonna shoot like 100 people. You're not gonna remember any of them.
I mean, does he think that that's like, does he think that that's cool? That he's gonna get laid? I don't. You know, a lot has to change in leadership. A lot.
So AI has, my goodness though, but the AI getting into your bank account is just, I mean, I might have a nightmare tonight thinking about that.
Oh, please don't. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I can't wait to give this news to all of my friends.
Yeah, please don't tell them my name.
Alex Mena asks us not to tell anybody that he, Alex Mena, is the one telling us this.
Yeah, please don't tell them my name.
Alex Mena says the IRS doesn't need evidence for an audit.
Do you think that you would like have to have like
Yeah, you would think that you would need some evidence. This is insane. This is absolutely insane.
Officers, third parties, and lower level. The Supreme Court has upheld in Polselli versus IRS the authority of the IRS to review bank records, in particular, examine the bank records of people with late payments without notice, and even their family members. This power is triggered under IRS Section 7602, which provides the authority to interview the taxpayer, the principal officers, third parties, and lower-level employees. There's also the Bank Secrecy Act, which examines transactions to detect money laundering and tax evasion. The Biden White House issued an executive order which included some federal limits on the use of artificial intelligence. Speaking of the Biden White House, Alex Mena points out that it's AI whether we want it or not. And after all, it's a, quote, federal agency under the president.
But the thing about the IRS, because it's a federal agency just under the president.
Wait, say it again?
The IRS, because it's a federal agency, we are like right under the Congress and the president.
Yeah.
The state really doesn't have a say on what we do.
And with that, I'll ask you to share this video, share James O'Keefe's video, and stay tuned. Stop by my live stream, 1 o'clock Eastern over on Rumble. We'll talk to you again real soon.